Hello to all North Carolina educators. My name is Catherine Truitt, and I'm the Superintendent of Public Instruction. You all may have heard about something called Operation Polaris. This is the department's strategic vision aimed at achieving gains for public education in the state, both now and in the future. This playbook will guide our work over the next 4 years and operationalize the work of the State Board of Education. Not only will this playbook guide us as we recover from the pandemic, but Operation Polaris also serves as our roadmap as we accelerate toward the future. The inspiration for Operation Polaris was my North Star, that every student deserves a highly qualified, excellent teacher in every classroom. This simply means that students are at the center of everything we do. Operation Polaris was designed to address many of the top issues currently facing students, teachers, and schools across North Carolina. To briefly walk you through the organization of Operation Polaris, I have several colleagues here at the Department of Public Instruction. Let me introduce you to them.
I'm Dr. Michael Marr, and I serve as the Executive Director of the Office of Learning, Recovery, and Acceleration. As you may have seen, the Office of Learning, Recovery, and Acceleration sits at the center of the Operation Polaris plan. My team and I are tasked with not only ensuring that we are good stewards of federal money, but that we are strategically supporting districts who are working through challenges brought on by the pandemic. It was established to serve public schools by providing them the information and support needed to make evidence-based decisions so they may better combat the impact of lost instructional time. It is intentionally named the Office of Learning, Recovery, and Acceleration because although remediation will be required, we want to accelerate learning for all of our students. The office is an important way we can develop, implement, and evaluate state and district-run interventions and strategies.
I'm Dr. Catherine Edmonds, the Deputy Superintendent of the Office of Educational Equity. In this role, I also oversee the Office of District and School Transformation. The Office of District and School Transformation directly surrounds the Office of Learning, Recovery, and Acceleration within the Operation Polaris graphic. The Office of District and School Transformation works in tandem with the Office of Learning, Recovery, and Acceleration to provide comprehensive support to the field. This team works collaboratively with those in districts to identify and remedy challenges while developing action steps to better support both DPI and each individual school.
When looking at Operation Polaris graphic, you will see 4 satellites surrounding the center. These 4 satellites include literacy, human capital, accountability and testing, and student support services. Each of you here today understand how these priorities are critical and in need of additional support and solutions. Not only does each satellite collectively impact pandemic recovery, but these priorities support the whole child to ensure students have what they need to succeed both in and out of the classroom. Operation Polaris priorities were organized in a way to bring together some of the brightest minds and leaders to create substantive goals, metrics, and action items. Work groups were convened around each priority, and they will continue to meet throughout the year. Let's take a bit of a deeper look at each of these priorities and work groups.
I'm Amy Run, and I serve as the Director of the Office of Early Learning. In this role, I help lead the Literacy Work Group. Our working group is focused on equipping all pre-K through 5th grade teachers, literacy coaches, and administrators with early literacy instruction methods grounded in the body of research known as the science of reading. This work will fundamentally change how the state approaches literacy, better allowing us to prepare students to read, lead, and succeed.
I'm Dr. David Stegall, and I serve as a Deputy Superintendent and Chief Academic Officer. In this role, I help lead the Accountability and Testing Work Group. Our working group is seeking to both reform testing and accountability. The pandemic truly underscored the limitations of the school accountability system, as well as one-time, high-stakes testing. DPI is working to make recommendations as to how we can better measure schools and better prepare students for the workforce. One of the ways we're approaching this work now is through creating what we will call a portrait of a graduate. This portrait will allow us in the education realm to better define the skills, attributes, and mindsets that students need for success after high school.
I'm Dr. Robert Taylor, and I serve as Deputy Superintendent of School and Student Advancement. In this role, I help lead the Student Support Services Work Group. This working group focuses on how we can coordinate support services to increase students' access to high-quality instruction. The group prioritizes the health, and well-being of students while inside and outside the classroom. It collectively looks to address all barriers that may hinder a student's ability to learning, including nutrition, transportation, school facilities, school safety, and broadband connectivity. This group is focused on closing opportunity gaps to improve students' academic and non-academic performance.
I'm Dr. Derek Jordan, and I serve as Associate State Superintendent for Agency Schools. In this role, I help lead the Human Capital Pipeline Work Group. This working group is essential to fulfilling the agency's North Star. Maintaining a focus on how we can recruit and retain highly qualified teachers and principals is essential to providing our students with the sound, basic education they deserve. This group seeks to cultivate multiple on-ramps for educational professionals while building an effective infrastructure to recruit and retain high-quality teachers, administrators, and support personnel for every student in North Carolina.
Through Operation Polaris, we have a comprehensive and strategic roadmap to best support students from the classroom to their journey beyond North Carolina's public school system. This plan is an ever-evolving document, one that will change to meet the needs of our districts while creating better outcomes for all 1.5 million North Carolina students. This is the strategic way we can focus on meeting today's challenges while planning ahead for our students' future. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the description of Operation Polaris and learn about the ongoing efforts at DPI. We look forward to supporting you and your work over the next 4 years. To all of you attending the AIM conference this week, thank you for your commitment to public education. We're grateful to have such incredible teachers leading and teaching in this great state. You are irreplaceable, and we are honored to have you join us this week.